the numbers have came in for the holiday season.
What the is this piece of shit?
And yeah, people are still spending money that they don't have. Yes, people during the Christmas season did exactly what I said that they would do. They would overspend. And guess what? They were using debt. No big surprise here. Guys, you got to listen to these numbers because they are ridiculous. And this proves my point again. We're in a recession. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. As always, hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. And also check in the description and the pinned comment. I have a newsletter. Yes, a newsletter that will give you tremendous value. And I promise you, you will love it. It's free. How can you be free? You can't. But guys, let's take a look at this. Buy now, pay later. Holiday season debt hangover has arrived. And consumers wonder how they'll pay for those bills. What? So you're telling me people are using buy now, pay later, and they don't have the funds to begin with? Oh boy.
Awkward. So awkward.
I told you guys to stay away from this modern layaway, guys. They're just as bad as credit cards. But I get it, people are living above their means. Push it to the limit. But this isn't something new. So now we're actually seeing, now that it's time to pay up, people are like,
I ain't got it, man. I don't know what you want from me.
You can't squeeze blood from a turnip. That's what people are saying, you know. Hey, man, listen, have you seen my bank account? I mean, I'm just making enough to pay the bills. When she started shopping for the holiday late last year, Kelly Anderson was struggling to buy her loved one gifts. So she turned to a novel solution to get through the season. Buy now, pay later. Listen, and I say this all the time, guys. It's in the sentence. The answer is in the sentence. It says she was struggling to buy her loved one gifts. So the scenario that I would think is that if you're struggling to buy your loved one gifts, why do you think it's your loved ones would think it's in your best interest for you to go into debt for them?
You've got a good point.
I don't think any loved one would say, you know what? You should go in debt on a bag of teddy bears. You should go in debt to buy that Keurig that you think that I would love. You know, some of you guys are buying gifts from that people don't even like. You guys are buying them, you know, some gift and they're just like, they're opening it up and they're like, it's nice. And you're going into debt for that? Yes, you are. I don't get it. I don't get it. But a lot of you guys are doing that.
Stop it. Get some help.
The 31-year-old freelancer copywriter from Los Angeles used Klarna and PayPal to split a bunch of purchases into 4 interest-free payments spread over a series of weeks. At the time, her upfront cost was a quarter of her overall purchase. Now, the way that this story is going, my guess is she didn't beat the timeline to keep those interest-free payments. I can almost guarantee it. Because listen, that's how a lot of these companies get you. A lot of these companies will tell you,
We'll give you 60 days to make these payments of interest-free.
but they know what the deal is. They know that most people won't even be able to make that timeline. They're just kicking the can down the road. And then after that 60 days, what happens to all the interest?
Where's the money, Lebowski?
It all piles on the 61st day. Yes, that one day after that 60 days, automatically, you get all that interest. And just let me say this, guys. I have to include this. Buying a gift should not put you in debt. What do I mean by that? You should not go into bankruptcy. You should not put yourself so behind financially, breaking your budget to buy gifts.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
Why? What sense does this make? I mean, someone in the comment section, please put in the comment section why you think going into debt, why you think putting yourself so financially behind while claiming bankruptcy by ruining your credit by things going into collections, why you think that's such a great idea to buy gifts. To buy gifts. That's what I want to know, because that's what this is about. People are spending money that they don't have to purchase gifts.
That don't make no sense.
But now that January has arrived and the other installments are starting, Anderson isn't sure how she's going to pay them off. She never missed a payment before and treats debt seriously, but has found herself buried underneath a mountain of micropayments, wondering how she's going to cover her bills. What's so crazy about this is she says that she takes paying off debt serious. Well, how about this? How about we don't get into debt, period? How about we don't use credit cards or buy now, pay later, where you're getting charged 20 something plus % interest? What sense does this make, guys? Now that the time frame has expired, now she's having a very hard time making payments. But you would have thought that she would have thought about this way earlier. But she didn't. The name says it all, right? It's an accurate description of what it is. Buy now, pay later. It's an accurate description of what's going to happen to you. Just make that make sense to me. It's telling you right now, hey man, you're gonna buy now, but you're definitely gonna pay later. And you're gonna pay with interest.
Pay me my money.
Not only are you gonna have to pay us more money, but we're gonna destroy your credit. We're gonna destroy your opportunity to purchase that home that you're trying to get into. Did we forget about that, guys? Did we forget that the purpose of you trying to get your credit together, the purpose of you trying to get yourself taken care of financially, you want to purchase that house, right? When house prices come down, you want to be able to jump into that house that you want to purchase? Well, how will you be able to do that when you're buried underneath a mountain of debt? I digress, but let's see what else she says. I definitely have been selling clothes. If I have to go sell a pair of shoes to make a payment, I will. So let's get this straight. You go into a buy now, pay later scenario where you buy a bunch of people gifts. And then now you're in a situation, not only, because you got to remember the holiday season was just a month ago. Now, 1 month later, you're telling yourself you're selling your own clothes to make payments?
I'm all out of money!
Wouldn't it have made better sense to not buy the gifts at all? That's all I'm saying, guys. Let's just use some common sense here. I get it. Everybody can make a mistake. I get it. But if you have to sell the clothes off of your back to make payments, you shouldn't have bought that. You shouldn't have bought gifts. You shouldn't have went on that vacation. You shouldn't have been buying Hellcats and BMWs. You shouldn't have been doing that. Isn't that crystal clear? Anderson told CNBC of the roughly $1,700 she racked up in buy now, pay later, I'm definitely worried about the payments. It's definitely a concern, and I'm definitely going to have to find a way to come up with the money. Anderson is one of many who have turned to buy now, pay later to fund their holiday shopping last year to avoid credit card debt, but are now having trouble paying off those bills. Again, guys, I mean, the theme of this video is buy now, pay later. It just tells you what's going to happen to you. So if you want to buy now, pay later, then go ahead and do this. But this is ridiculous. When you read this story and you think to yourself, she is literally having to sell the clothes off her own back to make payments.
Really? That's what we've come to? It's pretty damn sad. I'm starting to lose faith, I must admit.
And like I said before, you guys are buying gifts for people who don't even like you. You're buying gifts for people and you're like, I don't know if I should give this person a gift because they said XYZ about me. They don't even speak to me. And you're buying this person a gift and you're going into debt. I'm just saying. Now, I know some of you guys are thinking to yourselves, Orlando, come on, man. You're over-exaggerating this. Nobody goes in there and uses a buy now, pay later to use it as like free cash, free money, and doesn't care about paying it back. You're over-exaggerating. Oh, I wish I was, but I'm not. Let's just take a look at what some people are saying about buy now, pay later. When I realized I could still get what I wanted, like a designer item, and not have to pay the full purchase on the spot, I lost my damn mind. I was like a kid in a candy store. I tried to tell you guys, this is not a scenario where I'm making things up or I'm over-exaggerating. This is what people are saying. Designer items for a person who probably has $1,000 in their checking account, who doesn't have an emergency savings account, but yet you want to spend debt on designer items.
You, sir, are an idiot.
And my guess is you didn't even need it. I mean, if you're buying designer, I would say you don't need it. I know some of you guys are going to fight me in the comment section and tell me that you needed that designer Louis Vuitton belt. And that a regular belt wouldn't do. I get it. The big LV, it's great for networking, right? It's great for everything. Who needed a regular belt? I mean, there was no other belt that can really hold up your pants. I get it. It's just a particular Louis Vuitton belt. I get it. And then he says this, let's say Klarna gave me $1,000. In my head, I was like, oh my God, that's free money. So I'm going to spend the whole $1,000, forgetting that I have rent, a car note, car insurance, and all these bills, groceries and everything. So you applied, got your $1,000. You're like, whoa, free money. Now, guys, listen, again, this is a scenario where I'm just the messenger. I'm just explaining to you. I told you guys this was going to happen in Christmas. They run out of cash. And after they ran out of cash, we saw the numbers going down in the savings account that people were going to start moving towards credit. Because once that lifestyle creep comes up on you and you're used to going to the Bahamas and you're used to having that new car and doing whatever you want to do, going to steakhouses all the time. You want to go to that restaurant that Keith Lee just said was a great restaurant, right? You're like, I got to go to that restaurant. But when you look at your account, you're like, it's negative $34. But you gotta go to that place. So what do you pull out? You pull out the old credit card, knowing you can't afford it, and you go spend a good $200-300 on food. I'm just saying, I told you guys this was coming. I knew it was the writing was on the wall. You can't have a large group of people, Americans, that have got so much free money that now that the money has ran out and their lifestyle has elevated, you expect them to go back? You expect them to budget? You expect them to say, you know what? I don't need this. And at the end of the day, guys, these companies, these layaway companies, the modern layaway, they want you to uphold what their description is. They want you to buy now, and they do want you to pay later, guys. And when I say pay later, guys, I mean you're going to pay right now. And it's going to be a big cost, bigger than when you initially purchase. A lot of these guys, I guarantee you right now, a lot of these guys are scratching their head like, why did I buy that gift? Why did I buy that gift for little Daryl?
Aren't they wonderful, darling?
How many are there?
36. Counted them myself.
36!
He don't even play with it no more. You went to little Daryl's house and it's in the corner somewhere. He ripped the head off and everything. And you're like, I spent $50 on that. He just ripped it off. It's in the corner. I'm just saying. You should not go into debt, guys. Like, listen, guys, the very end of this video, don't go into debt for gifts. Please, don't go into debt. I'm going to keep repeating it over and over and over again. Put the money into your emergency savings account, guys. Put it into your emergency savings account. As always, I hope you got value out of this content, guys, but you won't get all of your information from this one video. I need you to watch this video right here. It will give you information on the housing market, financial news, get into your first rental property. Guys, you will love it, and the information you will get from it will be gold. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.